There are brilliant chess moves. There are immortal chess moves. And then there are moves so shocking that spectators supposedly threw gold coins onto the board. This is one of those games. A game where Frank Marshall placed his queen onto a square where it could be captured 3 different ways. And somehow, every capture still lost. No tricks, no bluff, no luck. Just pure calculation, pure coordination, pure attacking genius. This became known as the gold coins game. And more than a century later, the final move still looks impossible. Breslau, 1912. Today the city is called Wrocław in modern Poland. But at the time it was one of the major chess events in Europe. The tournament was the 18th Deutsche Schachbund Congress, a serious masters event, strong players, strong preparation, strong reputations, and sitting across from each other were 2 completely different personalities. White is Stepan Levitsky, a Russian master, a respected tournament player, and a very creative chess thinker. Levitsky was known for unusual ideas and aggressive play. In fact, an opening variation still carries his name today, the Levitsky attack. He had completed against many of the strongest players of the early 20th century, and he was absolutely capable of playing sharp tactical chess himself. But in this game, he will become part of chess history for a very different reason. Black is Frank Marshall, one of the most dangerous attacking players ever produced by the United States. US champion, world championship challenger, master tactician, Marshall was famous for creating chaos on the board. Complications, sacrifices, unexpected attacks. He loved positions where calculation mattered more than the structure. And he became so famous for turning bad positions around that chess players later invented a phrase, the Marshall swindle. But in this game, Marshall didn't need a swindle, because from the middle game onward, his attack becomes terrifyingly logical. The game begins. Pawn to d4, pawn to e6, pawn to e4, pawn to d5, knight to c3, pawn to c5. A French defense structure, but already slightly unusual. Marshall liked experimenting in the opening. He often preferred activity over strict positional rules. White develops normally. Knight to c3, knight to c6, pawn takes d5, pawn takes d5, bishop to e2, knight to f6, king castles. Bishop to e7. Everything still looks balanced, completely playable. But Marshall is slowly preparing something important. White now plays bishop to g5, a natural move, pinning the knight, increasing pressure. Marshall castles, and white pushes forward. Pawn takes c5. Black responds, bishop to e6. The bishop becomes active immediately. White now jumps with knight to d4, and Marshall calmly captures. Bishop takes c5. Already, black's pieces begin to flow naturally. White now chooses. Knight takes e6. And this move is controversial. Levitsky gives up the knight for black's bishop. Marshall recaptures. Pawn takes e6. And suddenly something changes. The f-file opens. The rook gains activity, and black's king side attack starts becoming possible. That is one of the hidden themes of the game. Marshall's position looks damaged structurally, but every exchange is actually helping his attack. White retreats. Bishop to g4. Marshal centralizes the queen. Queen to d6. A powerful square. The queen supports both wings, controls key diagonals, and prepares rook activity. White retreats again. Bishop to h3. And Marshal now brings the rook. Rook to e8. This move is extremely important. The rook enters the game. The e-file becomes dangerous, and suddenly every black piece points toward white's king. White senses danger. Queen to d2, trying to stabilize, trying to coordinate. But Marshal increases the pressure again. Bishop to b4. A strong move. Now the knight is pinned to the queen. The rook is active, and tactical threats begin to appear everywhere. White decides to exchange. Bishop takes f6. Marshal recaptures. Rook takes f6. And now the rook becomes terrifyingly active. White plays rook to d1. Marshal replies queen c5. A cold move. The queen attacks c3, attacks f2 ideas, supports the attack from every angle. White tries to regroup. Queen to e2. And Marshal strikes immediately. Bishop takes c3. White recaptures. Pawn takes c3. Marshal takes again. Queen takes c3. Black wins a pawn, but much more importantly, Black's attack keeps growing. White now finds an active move. Rook takes d5. A very strong, practical decision. Because White notices something important. The e-pawn is pinned. If Black captures immediately, mate ideas appear against Black's king. So, Marshal doesn't rush. Instead, he increases the pressure. Knight to d4. The knight jumps forward, centralized, active, dangerous. White now chooses queen to h5, trying to create counterplay, trying to survive. But Marshal is now fully in control. Marshal doubles rook, rook to f8. Now the pressure on the f-file becomes enormous. White plays rook to e5, trying to defend, trying to activate. And here, Marshal sees the full combination. Black plays rook to h6. A strange move at the first glance, but suddenly the idea becomes visible. The rook is swings toward the king. The queen is ready. The knight is ready. Everything is coordinated. White now chooses queen to g5, trying to maintain defense, trying to keep everything together. And Marshal continues. Rook takes h3. A sacrifice. The attack explodes. White responds, rook to c5, attacking the queen. And now comes the move that made this game immortal. Marshal plays queen to g3. An impossible move. The queen moves onto a square where it can be captured three different ways. By the queen, by the h-pawn, or by the f-pawn. And every single capture loses. If h takes g3, knight to e2 is mate. If f takes g3, knight to e2 check, followed by rook takes f1 mate. And if queen takes g3, knight to e2 check again, followed by knight takes the queen, with a completely winning position. The entire board has become a trap. Every black piece works perfectly with every other piece, and white resigns. According to legend, the spectators were so stunned by Marshal's final move and they threw gold coins onto the chessboard. Marshall himself later claimed that the story was true. Others disputed it. Some said it was exaggerated. Some said they weren't gold coins at all. But honestly, after seeing this final move, the legend feels believable. This game is not famous just because of the queen move. The queen sacrifice is only the final explosion. The real beauty is the coordination beforehand. Marshall slowly activates every piece. Every exchange improves his attack. Every move increases pressure. And by the time the queen lands on g3, the position is already doomed. That is what makes this game timeless. Not randomness, not tricks, not luck, but complete attacking harmony. More than 100 years later, this game is still replayed, still studied, and still admired by chess players around the world, because some combinations are beautiful, and some become immortal. If you enjoy legendary games like this, subscribe to the channel, because the story of chess is full of masterpieces, and we are only getting started.